Hey guys, I'm John P.
And I'm Callie Lewis. Today on Geek Beat Live, do you want a tour of the USS Voyager?
Ferrari enters the hotel business.
Netflix now on your cable TV box.
Amazon agitates the porn industry.
Ooh, and monkeys are smarter than humans. It all starts now.
Welcome back to the show, folks. It is week number 136
Something.
on the island, maybe?
I have no idea. Is it 135?
It's week 135, right there. You're going to be able to get all the show notes.
We never know until Dave tells us with the
Live
lower
135.
third. Yeah, go check that out.
We are almost out of coconuts. Please send a new shipment for our survival.
And
Actually,
be
you
sure
know
to
what we
enjoy,
need?
and be sure to put
Verve.
Mojo on it, or
No.
for him, Verve Bold.
Bold. Verve bold.
You know what? What?
Strike a nerve. I was going to say, you know what we need is we need more perky jerky.
We do. Where's my perky jerky?
Yeah, we don't have
I
any.
ate my last
We're out of
bag
perky
the other
jerky.
day.
I'm very disappointed.
I was hoarding a couple of bags. I don't know if you knew
Do you know what the best perky jerky was?
The turkey, the guarana.
Guarana flavored turkey perky jerky.
Yeah, it's turkey.
It's turkey perky jerky.
Sam,
I guess you get it from perkyjerky.com, right? Where
Yeah,
do
it's
you get it?
perkyjerky.com. That stuff is freaking awesome.
Legitimately best.
Where's Nick and Matt?
Is that the best jerky you've ever had?
By far, the best.
Like, I've had beef jerky and all kinds of jerky.
And you thought Walmart's
like,
beef
tastes like
jerky
leather.
is like on the top.
Leather, there's shoe leather, and then
Right.
there's some beef jerky below that. And then there's like, good beef jerky, and then there was like turkey jerky, which they
like
send
way
into
up
orbit
there.
or something. I don't know. It was
Yeah,
it was
seriously.
ridiculous. Turkey perky jerky.
Right.
Turkey perky jerky. Guarana flavored, not guano flavored.
No.
Guarana flavored turkey perky jerky.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, I don't know why we're talking about that. We have other things to talk about.
We actually have things to talk about.
Philip Nelson.
Nelson, you guys know Philip, our music reviewer, and more importantly, the owner of Nelsonville over there where Dave sits and does his TriCaster thing.
By the way, I was thinking, in the new building, the new studio, we've got to get a proper Nelsonville sign for the control room
yes.
now.
So we always talked about putting Nelsonville over there, like
We never did it.
actually physically doing it.
A lighted sign.
We need a
That
lighted
would be funny.
sign. That'd
Neon,
be awesome.
and it just flickers Nelsonville.
But it's going to be so much more awesome in the new building.
Yeah, anyway,
Nelsonville
what did Philip
8.0.
do?
He got himself into a comic.
How did he do that?
I don't know how. It's called Survival. The comic is all about zombies, so that makes perfect sense that Philip is in there.
That's it.
It's the artist Mark Stegbauer.
Stegbauer. Mark S.
I have had too much Verve already.
Mark S. And the writer is Russell LaSalle.
Yes.
I think that's how you say his last name.
And you know what?
They're going to be in Chicago?
They are. They're going to be signing copies of their book at the
C2E2.
Why can't I talk?
Chicago Comic and Entertainment Expo, C2E2. C squared, E squared.
This is going to be a bad show, John.
They're going to be signing copies, so you should go
Yes.
over there and you should get it. And you should have a
Go have them.
Philip Nelson comic
Exactly.
book. Philip Nelson based comic. Also, Callie this week had a very exciting time unboxing her Rebel desk, which is a great new stand-up desk.
Yes.
You all know that we are fans of. We love all the stand-up desks. We've had them in from, we've had Up Desk and Geek Desk, and we've had Ergotron and others, and
I'm
Rebel
missing
Desk.
one.
Rebel Desk now, which is a great little desk. And
Yep.
but what was really capped it off for Callie was really the treadmill.
Oh yeah.
She got a walking treadmill to put under. Now the treadmill can be used with the Rebel desk, or it can be used with any
Right.
other desk. It's $650.
If you already have your own,
You can walk up to what, 2 miles an hour on it?
2 miles an hour, and
Don't you want to fall off of it? What you're trying to concentrate
That's the
on?
number one thing that people keep saying is, I'm going to fall off this, or I'm not going to be able to actually do any work.
But I would fall off of it.
I put every single person on there, and they are like, oh, this actually, I can see this. I can work this.
You didn't put me on there.
Well, that's
Maybe because
you
think I will fall off.
Well, you swore that you would never get on a treadmill.
Why?
Why would you get on a treadmill?
If you're already going to make me work,
I do.
Then why would I do physical work on top of that?
And plus, I made you go to the gym for Geek Fit.
Ugh.
So yeah, I just didn't figure you wanted to get on the treadmill desk.
I don't want to do it.
That thing is awesome. You guys have been asking all sorts of questions. And I have a review coming up soon, so just keep the questions coming. But yes, the number one question was, can you actually do anything while walking?
Are you gonna mount like a little GoPro on the bottom there so that we can watch your feet? Like,
oh yeah, we could do that.
You know what? That could be the Cali cam.
That's true.
Because you guys have been wanting a Cali drop cam.
Digital Phil primarily has been begging for a Cali cam. I don't know why, since you're John P's #1 fan, Digital Phil.
You could mount it on the treadmill. All they see are your feet. The only thing they would know is she walking or is she not?
Or is she not?
That would encourage other kinds of behavior.
Yeah, I don't know.
Interesting. Anyway.
Why is T-shirts on the chit chat list?
Well, I didn't know if you wanted to talk about the T-shirts or not, or
we have a super secret surprise for you guys, and no, we're not going to talk about it yet.
Okay.
But I will tell you this.
But if you're a patron,
I will tell you this: it's related to T-shirts. That's all.
And if you're a patron at the $25 level, then you know what it is.
That's true. If you're at the $25 level of patronage, you can go to geekbeat.tv/patrons.
Yep.
And you can see exactly the secret. But if you're not, you can sign up as a patron, and then you can see the secret.
Exactly.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome. We would appreciate it, in fact, because
we appreciate
let's
each
face
and
it,
every pledge.
We need money.
We just bought a building.
We need money bad.
Yeah, and they want payments on it.
Yeah.
Apparently,
they want payments on the building.
Apparently the bank says we have to pay them. I don't really understand that.
I don't understand how that works. We asked them for money. They gave us money. We got a building. What more do you want from me?
Yeah.
But apparently they want more, so we need some more money. So.
Oh, look, Joanna from Rebel Desk is in there, in the chat room.
Welcome, hey, Joanna, how are you?
Thank you for joining us.
She would love to share the Cali walking webcam with Rebel Desk followers. That would be funny.
Well, I guess I'm getting a Cali cam now. I bet that'll teach me to walk more.
Yeah.
Tell Joanna I need one in the edit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Joanna, everybody has been begging for one in their office.
Yeah, you started something. Now we're going to have damn Rebel Desk treadmills all over the building. It's going to be ridiculous.
I need one right here while I'm doing live.
Hey, Kim has already given us the wrap up. We've got to run to commercial bake.
What?
And we're going to eat our brownies. And then we'll be right back. So you guys stay tuned. Don't you go anywhere. Watch these commercials because we need the money.
I want the brownies. I'm going for the brownies. Welcome back to Geek Beat Live. I'm Callie.
I'm John. Did you enjoy your commercial break?
I hope so. Did you get some popcorn maybe?
No, they were watching some excellent commercials.
Oh, they were paying the bills.
They were paying the bills.
That's right.
Now they're going to get popcorn.
Now you go to get popcorn.
Yeah, now we'll
and
get
miss
some popcorn
this stuff.
because we're boring, and we all know that. The commercials are the best part of the show.
Guys are already starting in the chat room.
Oh, you guys are cheating.
You're cheating.
Okay.
We told them during the commercial break that the live audience is going to check in. We want to know exactly where you're from, where you're watching from.
That's right.
But they're already starting.
They're cheating. So, okay, fine. Go. Tell us. Where are you watching from?
Addison, Texas. Aiken, South Carolina. Oatmeal, Texas. Really?
Really? Mallorca, Spain. Europa.
Oh, Paul is not first.
No, he was first.
He was probably first.
The not cheating group.
Liverpool, New York.
Lancashire,
Turnwater,
UK.
Washington. Charlotte. Oh, crap. Northumberland, England. Dubuque, Iowa. Ottawa. San Francisco, California.
Katwijk, Netherlands. Tarnowski, Gori, Poland. Edwardsburg, Michigan. Oatmeal,
Chino
Texas.
Hills, California.
Robotlandia.
Smyrna, Georgia. Washington, D.C. Lake Charles, Louisiana. Chicago.
Villalba, Puerto Rico, Sarasota,
Nice.
Florida, St. George, Utah, Irving, Texas,
Tel
Jacksonville,
Aviv,
Alabama.
Israel. Somerville, New Jersey, Hopkinton, New Hampshire, Lincoln, Sweden, Oklahoma, Gothenburg, Sweden,
Austin, Texas, Atlanta, Georgia, Leicester, UK, Middlesbrough, England, Sorumsund, Norway.
Sweden, Athens, Greece,
Yasu,
Portland, Oregon, Zaragoza, Spain,
Portsmouth, Virginia, Bethesda, Maryland,
Denmark,
Shino
I already said that,
Hills,
Electra, Finland, Kingston, Jamaica. Welcome,
Oh,
Drake.
wow, Jamaica.
I love Jamaica. I went there.
Either Angola, New York, or Gallifrey. One or the
Right.
other. Hopedale, Mass.
Venezuela, Usasopinke, Finland.
Usikapunki,
You try
Finland.
saying it, Dave.
Colorado, Haskovo, Bulgaria, Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Wow, that's the one you stumble on?
Silkeborg, Denmark. Sabana Grande, Puerto Rico.
Under the rock.
Under the rock.
Nice, Bob.
Nice.
Monty,
Venezuela. You guys are everywhere. Haskovo,
Bulgaria.
Bulgaria. I think we got you, Bogomil.
Wow.
But YouTube has not updated.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with YouTube.
You guys are a little slow on the YouTube update, or unless we're not getting it
their
updated
fault.
proper.
YouTube
It may not be
is
up.
just slow.
Sometimes YouTube comments just don't do it right.
Well, you guys
But
are
anyway,
awesome.
that was fun, guys.
Thank you so much for joining us,
Yes.
whatever time zone you're in.
I can't believe you subject yourself to this kind of punishment.
It's ridiculous. There are better things to watch on the internet.
Oh, here we
like
go.
cats.
Antrim, Northern Ireland.
Go to YouTube and Google cats.
Dallas, Texas. Ohio, Vancouver, Canada, Florida.
Northern
Big D,
Ireland.
Logandale, Nevada, Kingston, Jamaica.
He's like a record player, Callie. Give him a
Yeah.
shove.
Yeah,
Right,
it takes a
right.
while. All right, we're
Nice.
going to move on to the news now,
Yes.
folks. We have big
Norway.
news. Big news.
Somehow Amazon just decided to get the porn
Get in the porn business.
industry very
Amazon
upset.
is entering the porn business.
I don't know why we're talking about this.
Aren't they?
No.
No, but here's what did happen. Those of you may recall we did an unboxing of the Amazon Fire TV box.
Like Fire, like their Kindle Fire.
Like
and the
what,
Fire
2-3
TV
weeks
box.
ago?
Yeah, I have to do that review.
She
by the
bought
way.
one, I bought one. Guess what? At my house, my Fire TV has replaced all the other.
Mine too.
I love it. It's way better than the
Yeah.
Apple TV. It's way better than everything else. However,
I can actually watch Amazon Instant Video.
However, if we were talking about this a month ago and I was bragging about how much I love my Fire TV and it's the only thing I watch at home,
It would have been an uncomfortable conversation because the Fire TV, spelled F-Y-R-E, is actually a streaming box that serves
porn, a 24/7 porn streaming box.
I'm
Hey,
not
John?
sure how
John?
you put this in
Yes.
your house and
You just leave it sitting
Hey,
out.
John.
Yeah.
Hey, can you get Net Chicks on there?
Probably.
I don't know what that
Probably.
is and I don't want to know. But so now Fire TV, the porn box,
They're suing Amazon.
they are.
They're suing Amazon because they're saying you're damaging our business. We've had the Fire TV out for like 5 or 6 years, and you now are launching the Fire TV, which is basically the same thing. It is a dedicated box with a remote control that streams from a large library of content. And you know
the
what?
content is larger. There's a lot more options.
Maybe, but I don't know about that. I
maybe.
don't know about that. And-
Maybe.
None of it's real.
Yeah, and I mean, I have to say, this is a very good point.
Yeah.
The Fire TV box has been streaming from a large library of content for years and years.
Yeah.
Now, Amazon comes out with one named the same thing. They spelled it with one different letter.
Right.
And the argument that they're making is brand confusion. And I think they have a very strong case. I gotta be honest. I think they have a good case.
Is that because you? Never mind. I don't. Want
No,
to
I don't. But I'm saying they got a good case and they're going to sue Amazon, so we'll see what happens.
We will see what happens.
Meanwhile, in other
Netflix
streaming
made
news,
big news.
Yeah, what'd they do?
Well, a couple of different things. So, first of all, they had their earnings call. Usually we don't talk about earnings calls,
but they made a bunch of money.
they made a bunch of money. They are up $1 billion over last year.
You have to say it like this.
$1 billion. I think I'm doing it right, right?
Yeah,
I always
you
get that
finally
wrong.
got it
I
right.
finally have
Finally.
gotten it.
But you gotta do the face.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing that face because
$1
that will be screenshotted and posted all over the internet.
Okay.
So they added 4 million subscribers over the last year.
So guess what they're going to do? Up the rates. That's right. So
why not?
Why not? Hey, if you can add 4 million subscribers and all that and make $1 billion extra every year, why not raise the rates?
And you know what? Customers will pay it.
They will. So,
because it's still under like $10. It's still at that $10 price.
There is good news. If you're a current subscriber, you're going to get grandfathered in. So you know what that means?
You better sign up now.
That means you go to Netflix.com/GeekBeat and you sign up now.
Exactly.
And you save some money.
And you know what is also interesting is that Netflix is now coming to your cable TV box. So TiVo-based, DVRs, you're going to have Netflix within your channel.
That's amazing.
Subscriptions.
Line
So
up.
you see CBS, you see Fox, you see HBO,
and you see
sorry,
Netflix.
I haven't had a TV in years, so I don't know what options are there. And then you'll see Netflix.
Nice.
Yep.
And other things you may see, HBO, of course. Well, if you don't have HBO, but you do happen to be an Amazon member, guess what? Amazon has negotiated to acquire rights to the entire HBO library almost, with a couple of exceptions.
Yes.
Number one, they're going to be putting things on Amazon 3 years after their last airing on HBO. So it's not going to be like the current stuff on HBO, but you'll be able to get their back library.
You don't get Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that's number two.
Sorry.
No Game of Thrones. No Game of Thrones for you.
Sorry. I was looking forward to that.
But you are going to get things like The
something?
Soprano, The Wire, 6 Feet Under, Deadwood, Boardwalk Empire, True Blood, Band of Brothers. There's a lot of things that are going to become available. And, frankly, this is going to help Amazon's Prime offering compete head-to-head with Netflix, because that's been, sometimes people complain there's not enough content on Amazon, on Netflix, but there is a lot on there. But then they say on Amazon, they're even way farther behind. So this is going to help them play catch up. Although there's a lot of good stuff on Prime too.
Yeah, there is. And there's a lot of good stuff coming to Dallas.
Is there?
Like
Oh,
AT&T, they
fiber.
just launched. They are announcing a fiber install in a lot of new cities.
21 new potential metros plus, 24 metros plus suburbs, which means 24 total. So,
that'll be a total of 100 cities that they're in, including the new ones. So we've got Austin, Texas. They already have it.
Yep.
Dallas,
Raleigh, Durham, Winston-Salem. Already announced, so they're getting ready to bring fiber to Dallas. I just hope they come to my neighborhood. And then you've got places
like Atlanta. I'm sure they will not, John, because your luck is not that good. Chicago, Fort Lauderdale.
Well, Dallas, the city of Dallas, which I happen to now reside in the city of Dallas. Some parts of it. Dallas is so big, they're not going to be able to hit everybody.
No.
But they've chosen some area in the city of Dallas for fiber. It's under the Uconnect brand, I believe. Uverse brand. So here's the thing. I would switch to it if I could get it, because they're going to bring gigabit internet, just like Google's fiber. So there's a whole list. You'll get the list in the show notes. Where's the show notes, Dave?
Yes, go get
Show
the
them
list.
the show notes, Dave.
GeekBeat.tv/live135.
And we have to go to commercial. But you know what? Before we go to commercial,
we want to know, what is your favorite TV show?
is that what we want to know? No, that's not what we want to know.
You have a better one?
I do.
All right.
I want to know, who is your internet carrier and what speeds do you get? That's what I want to know.
That's a good one. All right.
And how do they tell us?
You go to geekbeat.tv/FameSpot and we'll put your video right up here with us. With us.
How did we end up with a show hosted by Greeks and Italians?
I don't know.
Those people don't even work.
I think I don't know.
What? Just look at the EU, okay? My family are Greeks. They'll tell you, we don't really work. But we have nice beaches, so you should still come to Greece.
And hey, we cook really well.
That's true. That's true. Italians, they work well in the kitchen. So, welcome back to Geek Beat Live, folks. We are offending everyone, adding no value to the universe, but we're still going to talk about gadgets now.
Yes.
It's gadget time.
And apps. Starting
and
off
gadgets.
with an app of sorts. Google Street View. They launched a time machine, if you will.
Did they? Did they have a TARDIS?
It's right.
They should call it the TARDIS.
They should. They are calling it the digital time capsule feature. So you can go in, and certain areas, of course, you can go into Google Street View and go backwards in time to see what it looked like over the past few years. And that's a very nice, I love that addition.
You know, we just updated the outside of the building on the new Geek House.
Yes.
We just did all that. So people
we'll
would be able
to
go, oh, that's
backwards.
how ugly it used to look.
And now it looks all right.
Now it's, it's all right.
I found myself beside a Google Street View car the other day,
Yeah.
and I found
Did you hide
myself
your eyes like
looking
this?
away, like I don't really
I'd have been like this.
captured. I was like, get me away from this car.
Yeah, I would have found something fun to do in front of it.
Get your nose, man.
But,
Just
you know.
Right.
up to your elbow.
Yeah.
All
What
right.
else we got? Facebook.
Also
Facebook is going to
doing
let you become a
something-
professional stalker now.
Yay, Facebook.
If you can get anybody to say that they're your friend on Facebook, then you can follow them around and figure out where they are and just randomly show up.
Yeah, if you're.
Oh, hey, I didn't know you were here at address 13702 Gamma Road.
Right. So it's called Nearby. It's a new feature, and you'll be able to activate this. It is a choice.
It is opt-in. You both
is
have to
opt-in.
agree to let each other, I guess, see when you're nearby, supposedly.
Yeah, but GPS, you figure out that you're in the same building, and you'd be like, oh,
Yep.
hey.
But that's not all they did. They also announced that they purchased a phone-based fitness tracker app called Moves.
Yeah, this app is. I've had it installed.
Have you played with it?
I have.
I haven't.
It's okay. I mean, it's cool because what it does, you don't have to have a tracker on you. It tracks your GPS movements as you go throughout your day.
Does it also
just
use,
tracks
like-
the steps though?
Does it use like telemetry type and other data from the phone, like a motion sensor and
Yeah,
stuff? And
it uses all that.
It's
just
kind of
so
like
you-
turns your phone into a Fitbit type thing.
Right, and it's cool. It doesn't. I haven't gotten
In
it to
other
work.
words, she doesn't want to offend any of the developers behind the Moves app. But it
Yeah,
kinda sucks.
no, I don't think it sucks. It just is not. It's not the most accurate way you can get your information.
Oh,
but
yeah.
if you don't want to have a separate tracker, it's a good option.
What does
for
it do to your battery
understanding.
life? That's what I want to
Get the
know.
Nike ones for like clearance prices now.
Yeah, you can.
Right.
Nike got out of the
Just-
business, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But what does it do to your battery? Because that's one of my biggest problems.
It's not that
Some
bad.
of these apps will
Yeah.
crush your battery.
It's not that bad.
Okay. Well, that's not all they did, though. They also launched a new journalism platform. And it's a joint venture with Storyful. That's
Okay,
all I
I-
know. It's
I-
called
I
Facebook.
didn't see anything about that.
It's
I
called
missed that
Facebook
part.
Newswire.
Oh, okay.
So can you use the Oculus Rift with it? It's like you're on the scene
Yes,
at
it's
the
a
fire.
it's an Oculus Rift.
Right.
You're actually in the fire.
Yeah,
You're
that'd be
actually
awesome.
they're going to light you on fire while you're wearing Oculus Rift to make it really
and track you with that app.
feel real.
Speaking of Oculus Rift, Dave, I'm going to throw a curveball and go jump ahead of a story.
Oh, wow.
Just so I can get a good segue in here, and I've just ruined the segue by
Nice.
explaining that I'm trying to do a segue into the next story. The Oculus Rift now has a game that is maybe not a game.
I wouldn't call it a game.
It's a tour of the USS Voyager.
Yeah.
So
If
this
you're
is
a-
built specifically for the Rift.
If you're a fan of Star Trek and you have an Oculus Rift, because let's face it, if you're a fan of Star Trek, you probably have one, then you could put this headset on and walk around on the bridge
Yeah.
of the Voyager in full 3D nauseating movement.
Right.
I got sick
Just
when
so
I put
you
one
know,
on.
this isn't what it would look like if you're in the Oculus Rift. If you have the Rift on,
Then you'd see a
obviously you're seeing it
three-dimensional
in
thing.
3D. But that gives you a little preview at least.
Yeah.
7 of 9 in there.
Yeah, I don't
if she
know.
is, I'm buying an Oculus Rift. Yeah. If she is, I'm buying Oculus Rift. What's her name?
Thomas.
Jerry Ryan.
It's developed by Thomas Cadlick. So anyway.
Jerry Ryan and Linda Carter.
On the Oculus Rift.
Can we get them in one television show? Those two in one television show.
I'm just gonna let you.
Okay, let's move on to the
that.
portable wind turbine for charging. Now,
This is actually pretty cool.
it's actually very cool. So I'm going to tell you how awesome this thing is. Then I'm going to tell you what's wrong with it to completely deflate you. How's that for a deal?
Wow.
I'm just being honest.
All
I'm
right.
giving you the information right
I'm
up
looking
front.
forward to this, John. Go.
Okay, there is a new project. It's on Kickstarter.
Yes.
It is called the Trinity, and it is a mini wind turbine. This is it. This is how it's
called
set
the
up.
Trinity
It's
Mini.
got little legs. You set it up, and then look, there's a wind turbine. When you open the legs, the turbine, you're spilling drink everywhere.
Yeah.
When you open the legs, the turbine opens up, and bingo, this is what happens. Now, here's what they'll tell us in the Kickstarter project. First of all, this thing is capable of outputting about 15 watts.
Yep.
Hey, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Second of all, it includes a 15,000 milliamp hour battery built into it,
Yeah.
so that you can charge your smartphones and devices
While
on the
not
go,
generating.
wherever. So you can imagine, let's say, this is a 4-pound device.
Yes.
That's kind of heavy. It's more than a MacBook Air weighs,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
we'll give it that. Throw it in our backpack, climb the mountain. We're sitting outside. We got the little turbine. We're generating power to charge up our devices.
And it's waterproof.
It takes like
It's waterproof. There's one little problem. I did the research.
You actually did research?
Yeah, I did.
Impressive.
Even though I usually don't let the facts interfere with my story, I actually did a little research on this. And the 15 watts are generated in 18-mile-an-hour winds.
Oh.
Now, if you do a search on Google for windiest cities in America, Dallas, by the way, is one of the windiest cities. Way windier than Chicago.
Well, that makes sense because we're flat.
Yeah, our average wind speed in Dallas is 10.7.
Oh.
At about 10 miles an hour, it generates something like 6 watts. Now, at 6 watts, it will take forever to recharge its internal 15,000 milliamp battery.
Okay.
That's if you can sustain a 10 mile per hour wind
Right.
for
For
long
that
enough
long
to
enough,
charge it.
yeah.
Now,
the minimum threshold for wind.
Yeah.
Things it takes 10 to
well,
get
this
to
one takes about 4 to generate even 1 watt or something like that. So the other issue that I had was they said that when the Kickstarter project hits $75,000, and by the way, I think this is going to make, so I don't feel guilty about telling you my opinions. I'm not going to stop this from making. They're going to get
No.
their money and build it, and hopefully you all love it, but I'm not going to back it because when it hits the $75,000 mark, they say they're going to up the output capacity on it so it could power like a laptop.
Yeah.
Well, now, the thing is, a laptop requires, like even a MacBook Air can require up to 50 watts. Well, if your little turbine is only generating 5 to 10 watts, you're really just relegated to your 15,000 milliamp battery in it, and that will not power a laptop very long. So I just want people to be aware. If you're going to buy this thing, if you're going to back the project and wait for them to build it for 6 months or a year or whatever it takes, when it comes, you're going to power your cell phones with it, and that's it. And that will be a great use for it. End of story.
All right. And with that, we're going to go to commercial break.
Wait, before we
So
do,
that John can regenerate his wind.
that's right, before we do, we want to know what speed internet connectivity do you have?
All you have to do is go to geekbeat.tv/famespot, and what do they do?
Leave a video message,
Yeah.
and we'll put them on TV.
There you go.
Bingo!
Welcome back to Geek Beat Live. I'm
Yeah.
Callie. That's John.
And it's science time,
It is science
Let's
time.
get
We
right
have
to it.
monkeys to talk about.
because yeah, we got monkeys.
They're very important things. So
Monkeys. Did
it-
you know monkeys are smarter than people?
Well, pretty much.
Some people at least.
Some people. They can do math.
Me. They're smarter than me. Okay, there, I said it.
So it has been officially proven, really, that monkeys can do math. They can learn and they can evaluate. So this is a research study led by Margaret Livingstone.
Yep.
And they took 3 monkeys and they basically taught them how to understand what these numbers meant. And then they taught them how to add and subtract. And
basically, as I understand the concept of what they did, they basically taught them numbers, and then they showed them groups of numbers. Like, I mean, let's pretend like 2, 3, you know, over here like 2 and 3, and over here they did like 4 and 8, and the monkeys had to choose which one was bigger.
Yeah, they would get like a drop of water or something.
Something like sugar water or something. And and that's all they gave them. They gave them nothing to eat or drink at all.
They tortured these animals.
Yeah, they tortured. No, they didn't. We're kidding.
No, God, no.
But anyway, they.
You've seen Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, you've seen. This is where Rise of the Planet of the Apes started. No, but they would, over 50% of the time, they would get it right. They would choose the bigger grouping of the numbers. And it turned out that they apparently had the most difficulty with groupings of little tiny numbers, like, you know, 1 and 2 or something like that. I guess was harder than bigger numbers. I don't know. I have a hard time with any numbers, to be honest.
Right.
So I just wish somebody would give me some sugar water.
I'm just thinking that we introduce
a new host of Geek Beat.
Livid lobster monkey now. Yep. Instead of the livid lobster, maybe we could go.
That's just what we need. We'll have a
manic monkey.
We'll have a monkey that has more Twitter followers than me.
Yes.
I'm willing to take a bet that we're going to be signing for a package that has a stuffed monkey in it this week.
You can have some sea monkeys. I'll get you some sea monkeys, okay?
Well, the new research study at the University of New South Wales actually...
Good day, mates.
Oh, God. Actually, they are in Australia, yeah, so I guess you can go there. He did it right.
I know,
for
I surprised you.
For once. They have basically done an implant. I don't know what I'm talking about because I didn't actually read this story. I was going to try and wing it. John, go.
I did my homework, Ben.
I did not read this story.
Look, I won't even look at the notes. I'm going to prove to you that I know what this is about. What they did was they implanted something in these patients, and it helped them regrow their auditory nerves.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
What did they implant? It was like a little, I saw a picture. Do we have
I don't know. I do have to look at the, I don't know. All they know is they had a bunch of deaf guinea pigs. And I don't mean like guinea pigs like humans that they were called. I mean they had real actual guinea pigs.
Was it a slang term?
How did the guinea pigs go deaf? I don't know.
And
I'm not going to say we did anything to these guinea pigs. I'm just going to say we had a big batch of deaf guinea pigs, okay? That's all I know.
Guinea pigs walking around with sign language?
I'm just going to say we shoved a bunch of experimental stuff in these guinea pigs, and guess what? They started regrowing their auditory nerves. So
that means that
what's
for
important,
humans...
Yeah, what's important is nerves are very difficult to regrow in general. The fact that they're able to get these auditory nerves to regrow, you know, so that they improve the hearing for these guinea pigs means they're onto something. We don't know what, but they're onto something, and they'll be able to take that learning and apply it towards regrowth of pretty much any kind of nerve in hopefully any kind of being, even things like the abominable snowman. Maybe the reason he's so abominable is because he can't hear right.
That may be true.
There's hope for me.
There is hope
Maybe
for you.
one day we'll regrow something in my ear. I don't know.
Well, big news, NASA crashed into the moon.
On purpose.
Well, I was going to keep going with it, but okay.
They
Sure.
did it on purpose.
Sure, tell them the facts.
Yeah, I know.
No, they were trying to analyze the moon's atmosphere.
Well, they did analyze it.
Well, that's why they were doing it.
Yeah.
So they went and they hit the moon going 3,600 miles an hour.
Basically, the NASA LADEE, which stands for the Lunar, I don't see we didn't capture this. It's like Lunar Atmosphere Detector EE.
It always stands for something wacky.
It's been circling the moon for like 6 months, gathering data, doing experiments. It ran out of gas.
Yeah.
So what did they say? You know what?
Burn it.
burn it.
And we'll
Burn
do
it
an experiment
down.
out of it.
So they rocketed it into the dark side of the moon. You forgot to
Yes.
mention the dark side. That way we don't have to stare at its remnants.
Well, that's why I was going to go with the dark side, but then you just
Oh, I'm sorry.
you drew into the...
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Please.
So...
Were they playing Pink Floyd when they did it?
I think they were. I think they had Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. I think they had it on its speakers,
Right.
blaring as it was going in.
There you go.
And we're going to move on to Ferrari. Wait.
Oh yeah, is it Ferrari time?
Wait, you
Oh, yeah.
snuck a car story into
I kind
Odd.
of did. I kind of did.
How
Not
dare
gonna lie,
you.
I kind of did.
Well, Ferrari actually has built a hotel. They're building a hotel in Barcelona, Spain. And this is what it looks like.
Well, it's not
Wow.
built yet. What it will
I
look
said-
like.
I said building.
Yeah. But you said this is what it looks like.
This is really.
This is an artist rendering.
We
Oh,
don't
yeah.
let the facts get in the way.
And only
Yeah,
certain
that's true. I'm sorry.
outspoken people,
There will
Look,
there will
it's
be
not a
200
Motel 6, people. It's Ferrari's hotel.
There
What
will
do
be
you think?
250 rooms, and it is painted bright red
But
like
you know
a
what's
Ferrari.
most impressive about it is?
Yes.
They're going to have the Europe's largest roller coaster at the Ferrari hotel.
Isn't that odd?
Why not?
Why not?
Hey, we're Ferrari. We're going to build a hotel. You know
Yeah.
what I always wanted? A roller coaster.
And of course, there'll be lots of restaurants and, things to do, an indoors driving simulator, of course.
Pools.
Big pools.
So, what can I say?
So interesting. If
Yeah.
you want to see that, I don't know when it's opening. They don't have a date yet, but
live
Yep.
stream
it'll be in
right
Spain.
We're gonna take the live show to the Ferrari hotel as soon as it's ready. I
Right.
promise you that. Mark my words.
And
We're
mark
going to be
my
right
words,
back.
we are coming back right away
After this
with
commercial break.
robots. Hey guys, I'm excited because you know what? It's robot time, and that's my favorite time of Fridays. Now, this is very, very important, John. It's a very important birthday tomorrow.
Really?
I think it's tomorrow. Yeah.
Is this like the anniversary of Skynet waking up?
It is the anniversary. It's the birthday of Electro. He is the world's first, the oldest
Oh.
surviving robot.
So this is where it all began.
He was actually introduced. He is a 7-foot tall robot. He was introduced at the World Fair in, 1930. It's not in my notes. 1936, 39.
39?
See, I can't do math.
Now, did he actually
Oh yeah,
do
listen.
anything?
Listen, yes.
Who? Me?
Yes, you.
Okay, Toots. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be very glad to tell my story. I am a smart fellow, as I have a very fine brain of 48 electrical relays. It works just like a telephone switchboard.
Isn't he cute?
If I get a wrong number,
Yeah.
I
John,
can
right? Isn't he
always
He probably weighs
blame
like
the
3 tons.
operator.
Oh, yeah.
Crush you with his mechanical arms
I'm sure.
into jelly.
But you know what? It's a sign of the times, because if you go watch this video at the show notes, geekbeat.tv/live135, and keep going and keep watching, they literally do a smoking demo. So,
He smokes?
he smokes.
The robot smokes? He's
Yeah.
like, it is time for me to take a nice nicotine break.
Oh, the guy. Yeah. I mean, but it's like, yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah.
the times, right?
Brought to you by-
1939. But it was built by Westinghouse. I love to see that. That's awesome.
Sounded like my grandfather's voice.
Robot voices haven't really
I
gotten that
wonder-
much better.
I wonder if my grandpa voiceovered that robot.
Maybe.
needed the money.
He needed the money.
Anyway, so moving on to robots of today.
Oh, I thought we were done with robots.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
Robots of today. This is actually from Will Chichiri, who brought us out to Japan.
What's up, Will?
Will, he is involved in the chess
World?
world out in Japan, and they had this. Soji is a Japanese chess, so this is what we're looking at. And this week, last week actually, they had the robot arm play in chess. And
So this
it's
is a robot
called-
versus human match?
Correct.
Okay.
So, but the interesting thing about this robot is not only can put pieces on the board and play the chess game.
But it could reach across the table and strangle its human opponent to death?
Right. But before it does that, it's also it can take the pieces and flip the sides. You know how like when
Flip in this game.
yeah, in this game you have to literally flip like pieces. So when
Like
they
you're
reach
taunting your opponents, like go like this and have
Well,
it go
no,
across
like,
your fingers and back and
there's
be like
certain-
staring at them and like, you know,
there are certain
psyching them out.
rules. So like when the pawn reaches the end, it turns into a queen and
Oh,
you know
okay.
things like that. So
Okay.
just out of curiosity, if you want to know, this is called, the name of it is called Denoticon. Electricity Checkmate Boy is what the name
Okay.
translates to. So,
Checkmate, boy.
yeah, so all the way from Japan. Oh,
The last
and-
match had over 700,000 viewers.
Yes,
Wow.
it was live streamed. It was actually kind of sponsored
They
by
take this
the
human
live stream.
versus robot competition stuff seriously over there,
I
don't
know.
they?
We can't even get 700,000 viewers if we tried. We just need a robot.
They know better.
playing
They're smarter. We
chess.
can't fool that many people.
And one last thing for you, magnetically articulated mini robots. How does that sound for you?
Magnetically articulated mini robots.
Yes, take a look at this video.
I don't
know,
know.
right?
I don't know.
This is from SRI. And we've seen swarm robots, but they are now working with in swarms with magnetically controlled robots. So in small little areas and patches, they can control these with magnets, and they can work together to build things like this little
Sometimes
bridge.
I wonder if you even hear yourself talking. We've heard of swarm robots before. You know, if we were talking about insects, we would be talking about pestilence and plagues and like insecticides, okay?
Yes, yes,
And
we
you're like,
would.
we've heard of swarm robots. Now
We do not
found a way
control the pests. We control the robots.
for now.
Yeah.
For now. Yeah.
Oh, GK Dave joined us.
Hey, GK Dave.
All right.
Speaking
so,
about things that fly around, GK Dave, it's plane, trains, and automobiles time.
do it.
Finally.
What do you have?
What do I have for you this week?
Did you even look?
I know exactly what I have.
Okay.
First up, we have a Russian 4x4. That's right, it's made in Russia.
Why is that important?
Because Russia doesn't usually, they're not exactly known for building vehicles. But this they built. It's built by the Aton
Look, a Russian redneck.
Impulse.
It's a
It's called the Viking,
Nice.
yeah it is. It's called the Viking 2992.
Okay.
It's a 7-seater SUV that is amphibious.
I like it.
So the Spetsnaz guys could just come flying out.
That's
They're
right.
just hanging out in the back. Look at that.
There's one little bad thing that I'll tell you about in a minute. But until we get to that point, this thing can cross rivers. It can go wherever you want. It also is very capable on road because it can climb a 38-degree incline, and it can be tilted up to 42 degrees without worrying. It has these big, huge, buoyant kind of tires on it.
Yeah.
Now, that's the good news.
You know, they also use drones to
bad
save
news is-
people. They could.
No,
they could do
not
that
in Mother
instead.
Russia. In Mother Russia,
The drones kill you.
yeah. Yeah. I can't think of a good one of those jokes
What's the
at the
bad
moment. But the bad news is this vehicle is powered by a 1.77 liter engine with 82 horsepower and 98 pounds-foot of torque. Like my bicycle has more horsepower than this thing. But it doesn't
Well,
matter because
it goes in the water, John. What do you
and
want?
It will seriously climb a 38-degree slope, and it goes in the water. It will go a top speed of 37 miles an hour on the road, or about 9 miles an hour in the water. And so that's cool. Now, I would buy one for like 30 grand. Unfortunately, you ain't gonna buy one for anything less than 200. They're 200 grand, US.
Ooh, ouch.
Cha-ching. But
And
hey,
a new version,
look at
the 6x6 is coming out for $350, huh?
yeah, if you want a 12-seater version,
Oh, 12-seater.
it's a 6-wheel drive 12-seater version, and you can get one that has its own little trailer that's also motorized. so you could take it anywhere. We have one, I mean, we're out of time, but I'm still going to tell you this next
Okay.
one. Ken's going to kill me at the break. He's going to take my katana and slit my throat, but it doesn't matter because you're going to at least know this information and you'll know that I died for this.
Well, you better get on with it then.
This better be a good one.
Jeez, I mean, wow.
Earth-shattering.
British Airways is going to turn your trash into jet fuel.
What?
Yep, I'm not kidding. They built Mr. Fusion. They went back in time to 1982 and 1985, and they stole Mr. Fusion off the DeLorean, and now they are using it to, no, they're not. What they did
Fascinating.
was they have a project. It's their Green Skies project that's
Okay.
funding research for alternative type things. So they have this device that uses plasma gasification, much like Dave Curley does, and they turn waste into biosynthetic gas. And the gas is then converted into jet fuel using the Fischer-Tropsch process.
Fischer-Tropsch.
I think that's,
One you want to use, too.
yeah, that's
right,
the good one.
For sure.
that's the good one.
Look
Yeah,
at
that's
that.
the good one. That's the good one. And what's going to happen is, basically, by using this fuel, they can cut down 96% of their greenhouse gas emissions, and it keeps the trash out of the landfills. The process produces a waste product,
Yeah.
a slag that can be used in the construction industry. And their plan is to convert over 500,000 tons of trash
Nice.
into 16 million gallons of fuel. How
You know,
badass is that?
I'm really happy to see that because I've been hearing about plasma gasification for a while
Oh, yeah.
now. It's hard to say.
Awesome.
but
Ken's
now,
gonna kill you too.
But now we're actually seeing some actual movement in it. That's
right.
very cool.
That's very, very cool.
Shut up.
We'll be right back after this when it's
Jeez.
time to open the
and,
packages.
and maybe he'll grow up in the meantime.
Welcome back to Geek Beat Live, people.
I can't stop laughing. I'm sorry.
It is
We
time.
have a good time during the live breaks.
During the commercial break.
With the live audience.
You know, you guys can watch along if you want. Just go to geekbeat.tv/live any week, any Friday at 3 p.m. Texas time.
That's 4 p.m. Eastern.
Texas time. Like I said, 3 p.m. Texas time. And you can join in the madness.
Yes, you can.
Or you can just
you
wait
can avoid all
and
the madness.
see all the TV edited version, which is only half as terrible
right.
as the real train wreck that occurs.
It's actually with two different people.
Yeah, there's like two
Right,
whole
there
different.
is, like, it's an entirely different show.
They basically crop us out and the things we talk about.
They put professional people in.
Put something else in there, and you get a decent show.
Let's
but for
get
the
some
rest of the people,
unboxings.
oh, we're gonna unbox it.
I want my Christmas.
We only have
We only have 3.
We only have 3 things to unbox, because you unboxed all the other things during the week.
That's true. We did. We unboxed all the other things. We unboxed the stand-up desk.
The Rebel desk
and the
and the Rebel
treadmill
desk
from
treadmill.
Rebel. Yes.
And we unboxed
The
our
45 drives NAS
Storinator.
device.
The Storinator.
That was awesome.
You guys go to geekbeat.tv or just go to the show notes right there, geekbeat.tv live 35, and you
Put
can
it in.
see what we unboxed. But now we're gonna unbox 3 more things.
Yes.
I'm
They're
choosing.
smaller.
I am choosing this week.
Oh, but I had it all ramped up and prepped.
I'm
okay?
choosing what's going first this week.
Fine, go.
Because I cheated.
You cheat.
I cheated. I cheated.
You know what's
I
in
looked.
there.
I know what's in here.
All right.
And it's one little thing.
Well, one little thing. Yay!
Yes.
All right.
This,
All right,
my
this-
friends, is the Quickie tool. It's the Quickie.
So this is actually a
Quickie.
Kickstarter
No,
project.
there is no dibs on this, Dave.
This is
you
a
don't-
Kickstarter project that we backed.
Indiegogo.
I'm sorry, Indiegogo.
When we say we backed it to the tune of $1,000, people.
For you guys.
That's right. So what this is a little tool, and
It
you're
does
gonna,
like 15
it-
bajillion different things.
It looks like a key, right?
Yeah,
It goes
it
on your keychain,
puts it on
so
your
you can keep it
keyring,
on your
yeah.
keychain. And on the end,
And
it's
it's
got
light.
a screwdriver, and it's got a bottle opener, and it's got a little file. Now this is just a prototype, okay? And you notice it's got a little logo on it.
Yeah. Well, imagine replacing that little light bulb with Dexter.
Yeah,
With
we're
the
gonna
Geek
put the
Beat logo.
We're gonna have a bunch of these. We're gonna have 250 of these made for $1,000.
Yep.
And these are going to our patrons.
Yes. So
The
those of
ones
you who are pledging at the
$25 level,
$50
or
level,
$50 level and up.
and up, get care packages, and in the care packages,
This will be one of the items in the care package.
Yep.
There's lots of other items coming, but this will be one. And so we're
So-
happy to support the Quick Key project, and
Yeah.
you guys should too. You can look it up on Indiegogo or just go to show notes. And B, you could also become a patron if you wanted to, and then get a special Geek Beat edition of the Quick Key. So these are awesome. I mean, I think it's really cool.
they are.
We were kind
I
of
like it.
questioning whether or not we should even back it at a higher level and get even more quick keys and make them available to people so you guys could maybe buy a Geek Beat edition quick key. What do you think about that?
Yeah,
If
what do
you're
you guys
not a
think?
big time highfalutin patron, would you buy your own Geek Beat quick key so
Yeah.
you could have your own little tool always present on your keychain? Let us know. Let us know.
And I am going to use this to open the next package.
Which one? The big one?
Yeah,
Okay. You could do it.
because that's what I can do with
The
it,
next
right?
package is not much of a surprise unboxing
It's kind
because
of
it came in its box.
it's kind of out there.
It is the-
I'm
now
so
you-
loving this.
Now you see how that works, right?
Nice.
So this,
Ow!
nice. That is why we don't let her open the packages. So we got this came from our friends over at Ubiquiti.
Yep.
This is the Edge Router Pro. Now, we have been hearing amazing things about this router. As you know, we have our new building. We've got this new
I
infrastructure.
really taped this good.
Oh, yeah, it is taped up. Maybe
Oh, this is like actually.
this slides off. I think we
Yeah,
might
but it's
actually need the
taped.
knife to get that one. Or you might be able to get that in with that
No,
thing.
I can get it.
Nice. So we've been talking to our friends over at Ubiquiti because we need to have a big, fast router at the new building. And we've been looking at all kinds of different stuff. And they said, hey, you know what? I think this one will do it. And so, wait, I'm not done on this end. So Ken, what, did you really finish on that side?
I think
So
so.
Ken
No.
chatted with them. Oh, see? Ken chatted with them and said, yeah, let's take a look at that thing because this will do all kinds of stuff. This router costs in the $400 range. There you go. And it is supposed to be one of the fastest units you can get. So let's see what we got in
I'll be
here.
Vanna White.
Oh, actually, it's
Nice.
much thinner than I expected. So it's a full rack mount unit. But you
power.
see, it's not very deep. It's maybe 6 inches deep.
Nice.
On the back, we've got a power port. We've got 2 fans, cooling holes all around. On the front, let's see, we've got a console port. Now, Ken, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's for configuration. Plug in, configure it. We got a USB. Why
Wow.
would we have a USB? Same thing?
Dre is using the Ubiquiti products all the way in
really?
Jamaica.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Ethernet ports, and then some kind of 6 Ethernet port. I'm not gonna lie, people. I don't know how to work this.
But Ken does.
I'm not as smart as Ken, okay? But he knows how to work it. He's gonna plug it in, test it up, and then we're gonna tell you guys how it performs and whether you should stick one of these in your network.
And no, John isn't going to fix it.
I'm not going to fix it, okay? So
I don't think Ken will let him near it.
give that to Ken. He's already called dibs on it. No, Dave, you can't have
Well,
it.
it literally has his name on it.
It does. It says to Ken because
Yeah.
they know that they don't want me touching it.
Right.
We have one more package today.
Okay. I can't let go of my quick key
This one also. How did that get to be your quick key?
because it's in my hands.
I call
It's
This one is also addressed to Ken, so it's probably not
Oh.
something I'm allowed to touch. So you
Okay.
can unbox this.
see.
I'll move this out of the way.
Oh,
What have we got there?
Interesting. Smart slide stand.
We have the slide stand. It says
Wow, this looks like ultra portable.
slidestand.com. Looks like, let's see.
All right, so we have this device here. See, I still can't put this thing down. Okay.
It goes with iPhone 4, iPhone 5, and also other stuff. It says it has a thin profile that still fits in your pocket. And in most holsters and clips, it
pull.
adheres to the to most smartphones and iPod/MP3 players. So it looks like it's got, don't
there
pull
we
that
go.
off because that's the sticky stuff.
Yeah.
On
Here
the
we go.
back,
You
you
just-
stick it to your device.
Just pop this out, and it goes in different.
Oh, sweet.
That's nice,
That's actually
actually.
pretty cool.
That's not. It
Can you see that? How
it
just
has
kinda,
a clicking.
Yeah, it clicks in place.
Nice.
And then when you're done, you fold it
How
up
much is this?
and bingo bango. How much is it, people?
It's called the slide stand.
SlideStand.com. How much does it cost?
So you can do it portrait, landscape mode, whatever.
And there's a purple one and a white one.
Cool.
I guess you get them in all kinds of different colors.
Oh,
That's
look,
pretty
they
nice.
have their
I
website
actually-
address on it. That's
Yeah,
nice.
that is good. We like it when they do
Guys,
that.
if you're ever making a
$7.99. $8.
Wow,
That's a good deal.
that's cool.
Lots of colors, Paul says.
Nice.
You were saying if you ever make a product,
Be sure to brand it. A lot of companies don't brand
yeah, they
their
forget
products.
to do that, and then people
we
go,
see that a lot.
"Oh, that's really cool."
What is it? I don't
Oh,
remember.
I forgot what it's called. Where can you get it?
I don't
don't
know.
remember where I got
I
it.
think I got it
Maybe
on Amazon.
Well, what should I search for? I just don't. SlideStand.com. It's right there, people. That's what you want. Right
Yep,
there.
yep.
Just like that.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us each and every week. We appreciate it, and hanging out with us.
And you know what you should do? You should head on over to google.com/plus Callie Lewis, and you should follow her. And you should also go to twitter.com/Callie Lewis, and you should follow her.
Or you
and
should
you should go to
actually-
facebook.com/Callie Lewis, and you should follow her.
Or you could actually do something useful with your time and follow John, because he actually posts some funny stuff at google.com/plus John P, twitter.com/John Pose, and facebook.com/John Pose, I think.
Yeah, John Pose.
Yeah, John Pose.
Anyway,
He's the pose. He's the
thanks for joining
posinator.
us, guys. We're going to see you next
Can we
week.
call you the Posinator?
Yes, you can, and people often do. Oh, no. He did not show me how to pose.
That was awesome.
Bye, guys. Have a fun week. We'll see you later.